So it's getting towards the end of the year, which means interview offers will be coming out shortly, and some of you might be getting into medicine. So congratulations if you get in. Don't worry if you don't, there's plenty of alternative pathways. Don't give up, keep going for it. It's such a good degree. This video I thought I'd put together to give you some of the insights, some things that I wish I had known before going into medicine. There's plenty of other similar videos like this out there, so I do highly recommend you check them out because you'll be listening to people who are doing what you will be doing. So, you know, it's good to get their insights. Anyway, this is my take on the topic, what I think you should know before starting medicine. Number one, and I wish I had known this earlier, there are two curriculums, okay? The first is the university curriculum where you have to study for exams, you complete the exams and then you can continue on until the next set of exams and you study for those and yada yada yada. The second curriculum is the unexaminable curriculum. This is the things that make you a good doctor, the way that you talk to a patient, the insights you gain when you're doing an exam on the ward, the ability to look at an electronic medical record summary of a patient and understand their story in 30 seconds. These are all super important skills that are not really examined in your medical degree. And I call this the second curriculum, right? It's the curriculum that makes you a good doctor, but not necessarily a good medical student. So yes, do the first curriculum, do well in your exams, understand the first principles of physiology and biology and all that good stuff, but also just keep an eye out for the things that aren't examined that make you a good doctor. And it's very sad to me to see, and this happened to me, so many medical students who don't kind of spend more time in hospital because they're studying for exams that don't cover the content that they need to be good doctors. Tip number two, you are going on a journey where you will see life from start to finish, from birth to death. And you'll see all the emotions and all the trauma and all the pain and all the happiness associated with all these things, and it's extremely emotionally intense. So have systems in place to handle emotionally intense events. There you go, that's the advice. Go for walks, talk to your partner, whatever works for you, meditate, run, I don't know, whatever works for you. You're gonna need to process some of the stuff that you're confronted with. The earlier you kind of set up a system to handle emotionally intense events, the better you'll be when shit goes down. Tip number three, it's not really a tip, it's just something or an insight that I wish I had kind of realized earlier. Look, we didn't choose medicine to have an easy life, right? If we wanted an easy life, we would have become a lawyer or something. Kidding, chill, it's all good. So we're all keen to work hard and that's good, but it's not as hard as you think it's going to be, all right? It might feel pretty overwhelming at times, but it's usually a pass-fail system in Australia. That means you don't need to get 100% on everything you do like you did in high school. You can just get P's and you have time to kind of explore and develop your identity and all the other things that are so important in life and make you a good doctor. And that leads into my next point, point number four, which is don't just be a medical student. Do things outside of medicine that aren't medical. Rock climbing, traveling, drinking alcohol, whatever works for you. Maybe not so much in the last one, but you're only human. Find a way to get breadth, because the more broad you are as a person, the more you can build rapport with a variety of humans and, you know, it makes things good. The fifth point is a really good point to know from your first year, because it's like, why are you doing medicine? What is the goal of it? What is the goal of the degree? The goal of the degree is to make you a safe intern. That's it. Everything else is superfluous. If you find out what specialty you want to do, or if you save someone's life or whatever, that's great. But the goal is to simply make you a safe intern. And to be a safe intern, you don't need to know an incredible amount of medicine. You essentially just need to be a really good team member, really good communicator, really proactive, always trying to anticipate what the next thing that needs to be done is. That makes you a great intern. And finally, and most importantly, you need to be likable. That being said, I'm a medical student, not an intern, so I'm not the best person to be giving you advice on what makes a good intern, but I'm pretty sure those are important factors. Tip number 6, I think it's a good idea that you go into every rotation and every term as if you want to specialize in it. It just helps with the curiosity, and when you talk to different kind of specialists, they'll often ask you, what are you considering and specializing in? And if you know they're a nephrologist, don't be disingenuous, but just say like, oh, I'm interested in nephrology. And they'll go into sales mode, where they'll try and sell you their specialty and tell you things they probably wouldn't have told you if you had said, oh, I want to be a urological surgeon or something. So that's a free tip. The final insight thing that I wish I had known is how to handle imposter syndrome. And I don't really have a solution to this one, but it's worth just you being aware that you will experience imposter syndrome. You will think that you shouldn't be in the room. So look, I think imposter syndrome stays with you throughout your career, and I know consultants experience it too, especially when they're new. So, as a junior doctor, as a senior medical student, as a resident, as whatever, you'll experience imposter syndrome to some level. Take initiative, be proud of being a student, be a helper, get the charts. You are meant to be there. Don't think that you're an imposter. You are a medical student, and that is part of the team. You are a team member, okay? So remember it, you are not an imposter. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave any questions you have as a comment below. I will answer it. I really want to develop a community here, so I'd love it if you commented. You can like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. And if you change your mind later, you can always unsubscribe, so there's no harm in subscribing. I'm getting very angry flashes on my camera saying it's overheating, so I might just call it a quits now, alright? See you guys, have an absolutely lovely day. Bye for now.